Hello, abyssal travelers. My name is Nyla, and I will be your guide through the abyss. Today's video is going out a little bit later, than usual, which is fine because, I'm not trying to make money off of this YouTube channel thing. Um, I'm just doing it because I want to. But, anyway, let's get into today's topic. I was, watching a YouTube video, um, couple of days ago, and I heard the phrase, I am that I am. And I have heard this phrase a couple of times, in the awakened, awakened community, but it never really clicked, um, the way that it did when I heard it, in this YouTube video the other day. But it finally did click for me, and the understanding that I got from this phrase not from you know any kind of biblical context or any kind of new age context. The understanding that I got from this phrase is that for me personally, I'm not here to make people comfortable, comfy and cozy. Um, I'm not really here to save the world. I'm not here to, save the entire planet or save everyone on the planet. I'm here to give people the truth, the uncomfortable truth, regardless of whether or not they want to hear it. Um, Regardless of whether or not they, agree or disagree, whether or not they get angry at me or, you know, I'm here to give them the truth of the matter so that they can save themselves, so that they can make the right choices for themselves. And that is what the divine darkness is. For those of us that are awakening the divine darkness within ourselves, we are here to be the truth. We are here to make people uncomfortable. We're here to put them in positions where they have to look at themselves, where they have to question themselves, where they have to question the things around them, where they have to question what they believe, where they have to question what they're doing with their lives, what they're doing, spiritually, mentally, physically, whatever it might be, they have to make the uncomfortable choice of questioning everything so that they can then fully understand where they are, who they are, what they are, and why they are. And that is the I am that I am for the divine darkness. That is the understanding that spirit has given to me about that statement for me personally, and for the divine darkness, and why it has come to me and to us, um and why it is asked to be awakened, and why it is asked for more people to awaken it within themselves, because we have entered a time when people are chasing after everything that is supposed to be light and love, and they are bypassing the things that really matter. They are bypassing the human experience. They are bypassing emotions that are meant to teach. They are bypassing, you know, parts of spirituality that are meant to teach, that are meant to show them who they are, that are meant to show them why they're here, and and show them the deeper parts of themselves. They are ignoring um, how they're ignoring. Excuse me. They're ignoring the most important parts in themselves in order to play the game of, you know, everything is supposed to be love and light, everything is supposed to be happy, everything is supposed to be, nothing is supposed to feel sad, nothing is supposed to make you fearful, nothing is supposed to make you, angry or upset. You're always supposed to be this happy, um, can never have any other, type of emotion, robotic, um, symbiotic being that is an impossibility for any spirit or any being outside of itself. And the reason that it is impossible, especially in the awakened community, their idea of it, the reason the why it's impossible for the higher self to and source energy, God, spirit, whatever you want to call it. The reason why it's impossible for it to constantly be in a state of happiness, in a state of bliss, in a state of uh just pure blissful consciousness is because if that is the case, then source energy has absolutely no reason to have sent bits and pieces of itself down to earth in order to better understand itself, to better understand um why it exists, or the why it or to better understand um the the reason why it exists, or the reason why it you know uh what's the word I'm trying to think of? There's no reason why it would send any part of itself to a physical realm to experience a human um a human experience with emotions, with you know with with the possibility of having experiences that are negative, that it would send it that there's no reason why it would give itself any experience that is negative, any experience that is considered negative anyway, any experience that would be considered sad, depressive, angry. If it isn't a c- if source energy, if the higher self is in a constant state of bliss, is in a constant state of happiness, then it would have no desire to better understand itself. Then it would have no desire to know who and what it is on on a scale that is humanistic, because it would have um no thoughts or emotions that or desire that surrounded any kind of idea that is um knowing itself better, because it would simply exist and it would simply not care, because it is in a state of bliss, because it is in a state of consciousness that would not understand, that would not be able to understand or to desire to know more about itself. It would just be a being that is in existence. It would just exist to exist. There would be absolutely no reason for it to send um, any part of itself to Earth. There would be no reason to experience what we experience down here on Earth for a being that is a constant stream of pure bliss and happiness. And the thing is, in the spirit realm, emotions exist there as well. There is no place where for the entire range of emotion doesn't exist. So the idea that, the higher self is just complete happiness all the time is just is just a part of the ego, the human ego. It's an attempt to paint over experiences and emotions that happen in reality that make us feel bad. And so if we can paint over these emotions and make them not seem so bad, then we can better deal with them, or in theory. But the reality of that is, if we try to paint over those emotions and make them look um better than they actually are, what happens is you're going to start to you're going to start to build slowly build an emotional cap, and eventually you're going to explode. Eventually that cap will explode, and you're going to do and say things that you wish you hadn't in a moment of vulnerability, because you've been keeping these emotions bottled up. And also the idea that these emotions, the the sadness, the anger, you know the questioning, whatever it may be, is outside of ourselves, is not really who we are. It's just a part of this body and this mind, um is only going to create a sense of body dysmorphia that is going to separate you from yourself and create a sense of um mental and physical dread, because you're aiming to reach a goal of something that is completely impossible in trying to be happy 100% of the time, in trying to be in that state of bliss 100% of the time, which is not possible for us in the realm in the human realm, and even in the spirit realm, and it's not possible, because emotions exist there as well. I've experienced this working with the Mother Hecate. I have experienced her love, and I've experienced her being very annoyed with me. I've experienced her, happiness, um, when I, make discoveries about, myself, and when I progress, closer to becoming more mentally and physically healthy. I've experienced her happiness with that, and her joy of me taking better care of myself, mentally and physically. So the idea that emotions come from the ego, um, any emotions that are considered negative come from the ego is just bullshit. It's an attempt to, as I said, make someone feel better about the things that they can't control in this realm. It's an attempt to make things that happen in this realm that are not explainable, that are not controllable, that we that happen to us without us being able to have any say in why or how it happens. It's an attempt to paint over it with with a bunch of sparkles and glitter um to cover the wound that is there, that we don't want to address, that we want to ignore, that we want to put in the back of our minds and not ever truly heal from, by going and seeking therapy, by going and seeking professional help. And that is just what it is. Um and it sucks. It does suck. It's never fun. Um but it is the reality of the situation. Anyway, that's gonna wrap up this video. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like down below. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. I hope this video has earned your subscription. I hope this video has managed to give you a little bit of insight into the dark divine, the and what is currently happening with the world, the shift that is happening with the world, the true awakening, as people would call it. But yes, the true awakening that is happening right now, and not the um, corporate commercialized law of one nonsense that's been going around in the spiritual community. The true awakening is happening in the dark divine, which is pure knowing and understanding of the self, and integration of the emotions that we have to better understand who we really are, and not in a sense of that we don't belong here, that we don't that our spirits come from somewhere else. um the spirit realm, as it exists with us as well. It exists within and without. It is here with us. It is not outside of us. It is not somewhere else. The realm of spirit um, is always just out of reach. It's just over the hill. It's just, you know, it's here. We have access to it all the time. Especially as someone who practices witchcraft, um, we can always access uh, the spirit realm. So I don't know why people think that the spirit realm is just some far off thing that We have to better understand ourselves to gain access to. People who've been practicing witchcraft have had access to the spirit realm for decades. We've had access to gods and goddesses for decades. Uh, but yeah, that will be that. With that said, that will uh finally wrap up this video and my ranting. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Shadows whisper slow.